Alright, so confession time. As some of you may already know, things ain't quite been right around here. And because of it, the channel is going to be temporarily ending. Sorta, kinda, not really, I don't know. But what I do know is that the standard, usual types of videos that I've been putting out on a weekly basis for the past year, there won't be any more of those for quite a while. It's for a multitude of reasons, and here I'm going to explain why to the best of my abilities. Also, just so you don't have to stare at me for however long this is, I'm going to put in some raw, uncut footage from whatever place I go into my files to pick footage from. Quit looking at me. Alright, first off, flashback to March, and then all the months coming after in which I uploaded footage from the Oklahoma trip, in which me and my good pal Cole went down to Oklahoma and over the span of 2.5 days filmed at 13 abandoned locations, to which I uploaded all throughout the months of March up through June. Shortly after we wrapped up that trip and got back home, I came about another opportunity to explore another place. Now, the original plan was that I filmed and then uploaded that as to be one of the first couple uploads to come after the Oklahoma trip. You know, I was supposed to be the one that kind of got things back to normal again while I figured out where to take this channel next. And in doing so, for the first ever real serious time, I got caught. And I ain't saying this is, a little, just funny little got caught isn't like some angry neighbor yelled at me or, someone spotted me so I had to run on out of there. No. This was a whole serious thing. The night I filmed at that location, a true, absolute nightmare unfolded right before my very eyes, and the very definition of gone wrong actually happened. So now, upon knowing the full ramifications as to what happened because of that, it is definitely in my best interest that for a very long time I hold off on pulling the same types of stunts that you were used to seeing me pull on this channel. Now, on to other reasons, which are in ways just kind of side reasons off of the first one. I am going into my final year of school. Now, considering that as of right now, I am already on the verge of being broke, what little is left of what money I have will be going towards that. In order to finish up this school and finally get it done with and put it behind me so I can get on with my real life, I'm also going to have to get into a ton of debt, which is going to make me lose even more money, so that ain't going to be fun either. What I'm really trying to say here is that even though I hate it, I need to devote more attention towards the school, which I'm just desperately trying to be done with. And despite this channel being the thing I actually care about in life, on top of the fact that I can't really do it for a long time, I also need to devote more time away from it in the theory that perhaps my schooling will suffer a little bit less. Which means that in the hypothetical situation I was able to continue on as if my life were normal, I wouldn't really have time to film for this channel anyway. So, now that we've got those fun little details out of the way, let me get one thing straight right here for all you guys. This channel, making these videos, is really the one thing I really wanted to do for quite some time in my life over the past year. It's not to say I didn't have backup options for potential futures, but at the same time, everything I saw me doing for the rest of my life in some way was centered around how I could work in doing things for this channel also. And whatever YouTube endeavors I find myself getting into, I suppose. But this channel has been my main focus for a long time. But as you know, for the reasons I've just stated, I have to direct my focus away from this for quite some time. And the fact that I kind of have to jump ship from all this regarding this channel is just one of the many aspects that's been part of the downward spiral my whole life seems to be going towards as of lately. It's just one of the many dominoes, but it's a very large domino, probably the largest. with the channel, with the what's happened that I described earlier, with the ramifications of it. This next portion of life will not be fun, but then again, it hasn't exactly been for a long time. But that allows me to segue into the last thing I need to say here, and that's what that does mean for the immediate future of this channel. Now, obviously, my greatest hope is to one day return to things being normal and I can film kind of like I used to. But until the arrival of that day, my upload schedule is going to become non-existent. I can tell you what's going to happen in the next immediate weeks. I think I have about 3 more weeks worth of mini episodes to come after this. And then I have one video that I did film as of recently. Just a couple weeks ago, me and my family went on a vacation up to Michigan, where we often go sometimes, just for a week, seeing extended family, staying in a tiny town right up on a giant lake, just fun getaway from life kind of stuff. It was the most okay I've been in a very long time, and to top it off, as if it were meant to be, the town we stayed in had a sick abandoned place just right down the street. And despite all this going on, I refused to miss that opportunity, and I went and filmed. Now, knowing what I know now, I am very honored that that will be the final place I truly film at chronologically for a long, long time, because I would so much rather that to be my last experience than how it actually ended in the events I described earlier in this video. So that video, you can expect to see it in maybe 4-ish weeks. And then after that is going to be a very I don't know kind of period on this channel. My upload schedule will be no more after that. There will be no more weekly stuff. I will still upload whatever I do find to do on Sundays. However, don't expect it to be very consistent. After that video I just described you goes up, the Michigan one, I'll probably take a couple months off. Just there'll be nothing. The channel will be inactive. Obviously, I'm still going to monitor it. I'll still, look at it every day. I just won't be uploading anything. Give that a couple months. Who is texting me right now? Give that a couple months. Give me some time off. See where I am by then. I'll have some other stuff. It's not going to be like I said, it's not going to be like the standard stuff you've been used to seeing for a year. However, it will still be in that same spirit. So I'm hoping I will still have an audience for that. And it's, like I said, going to be very inconsistent. Always on Sunday, but there may be, 2 Sundays in between, maybe 3. Maybe I disappear for another month. I've got no clue. I have no plans as of right now, not really. None of the traditional ones. That's been the theme of where I've been lately for the past many months or year, who knows, I don't know anymore, but when the constant question always on your mind is, now what? Eventually you're going to start to run out of answers. So obviously I'm going to let some time pass. The whole scope of this video is to let you know what's going on. So once I start to figure out some answers as to now what kind of questions, then I will let you know. As for right now, this is the last you're going to hear from me, at least in the modern times, for quite some while, until I let loose that Michigan video. And then take the time off like I'm saying, so that's what the future holds. Wish me luck. If you really want to help me out and show me some real support, blow this channel up, because I'm going to need some audience to still be here if things should ever go back to normal. As I've alluded to in the past, I've always been very grateful for the rapid growth this channel has had, considering I didn't start it that long ago. It's really only been a year and a half, which is why I put so much time and effort into it. That's why I've dedicated so much of my future around what I perceived would have to do with this channel. So it means so much to me if we get some new viewership, some new people, and my old people have some faith in me during this period while I kind of redirect things and see what happens. So whenever I see you again, I will see you. Enjoy these last few weeks worth of content, and just know that it's been an honor serving for you, and I'm sorry for letting you all down.